going on, everybody? It's me back at it again. Gotta engage sport mode on the Crocs. Socks and Crocs. With the sport mode. Yeah. I wanted to switch it up a little bit. Came to a little basketball court. Found this basketball while I was driving by. So I was just like, man, they leave a basketball. It's not the best. So I was like, gotta come on, engage sport mode, and actually give it a go. It might make videos a little more eye appealing. I wanted to talk about how I became a dad at 24, and my dad passed away 2 months, not even 2 months before I had a kid, and kind of what that entails. My dad was a really special person. Like, he had a different work ethic, he had a different passion than everybody. I've mentioned this before in like another video, but like career day rolls around, right? In school, you're in elementary school or whatever. People bring their dad in, they're like, yeah, I'm an accountant. Make sure whatever accountants do, just they deal with numbers, that's all I know. Or yeah, I manage a used car sales lot. And, and then my dad comes in and he's like, yeah, I do YouTube professionally. I know everything about reptiles that you could know. I've done a TV show, filmed my own documentary, handled the most venomous snakes, jumped on the back of a wild crocodile. Yeah, just that kind of stuff. Here's a massive 20-foot snake, guys. Everyone gather around and hold it. Yay, take pictures. It's like, that just, just nobody has that. Like, what my dad, was and what he became, it's just like, it's really, out of 8 billion people in the world, or maybe we're at 9 now, I'm not even sure. Like, he's a one of one. Like, there's really nobody else like him, and that is just something special, and is what is heartbreaking about him passing away not even 2 months before my son was born. Now my son won't even be able to hands-on be able to experience my dad's passion, and maybe something would have been passed on to Cameron that is no longer an ability to be passed on, because like in the same way, because my dad's not there teaching him the ropes and exciting him and educating him and showing him stuff hands-on, you know what I mean? Like, and that's just hard. That's hard, it's emotional, it breaks my heart. Anytime I think about it, it breaks my heart. And days go on, and we're over a year and a half past my dad's passing. And so days, we're at the point where days pass where I'm not as emotional about it. It's more at the acceptance stage. I'm not crippled like I used to be, but when it comes to my son, it's tough. You missed a dunk even. That's embarrassing, gotta try that again. So, man, fatherhood, there you go, really smacked me in the face. Didn't really realize how much it actually takes to raise a kid. That may sound silly, but I always knew I always wanted a family, right? Like, always wanted kids, always wanted a wife. But I didn't understand what kind of work a kid actually takes and how much time a kid takes. Kid takes up all your time, and it's all brand new. It's a very classic saying, oh, kids don't come with a tutorial or a handbook. It's like, no, they don't. And that's kind of what your elders are for, is for that handbook. But there's, of course, you can go and you can find mentors or people that can help you out and have been through fatherhood, but it's just not the same when it's not your dad. And when your dad was as special as my dad was, it's just, you know, it just doesn't feel right, and it just doesn't feel like it even matters at that point, which it probably does, but that's just the phase of life I'm at right now. It's just like, it doesn't even feel like it matters if somebody else can help, because it's not my dad. And, you know, there's been a lot of like challenges. Like, what's one thing that most smacked me in the face about fatherhood? It was probably the sleep. It was the sleep. It took about a year and some change. It took like a year before we could get like a full night's sleep. And I've never I've never went that long without good sleep in my entire life. And the amount that that actually like impacts mental health and just quality of life is insane. Like, in the beginning, when you're waking up every 2 hours for a diaper or a bottle, and then like having to stay up for a half hour to an hour in middle, like every 2 hours, is just, it's gnarly, man. And you're just a walking zombie. And that's something that, even if somebody prepares you, obviously every baby's different, but even if somebody sits you down and just like, listen, man, you're not gonna sleep, it is what it is, like, you can hear that and go like, okay, like, yeah, no sleep. But actually, like, being the one that's not sleeping, oh my goodness, that is just rough. That's a foul. I got hacked. Pretty much every day I'm making it up as I go right now. And like I said, I should probably get some mentors so that I can at least get a little bit of like counseling. People that have been through it, they already got kids, they already raised them up, sent them out, have some advice. Because right now I'm just making it up as I go. That's where a father would be nice, right? You'd be able to just kind of just like, hey, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm doing. Do you have any advice? Have you been through this? That's that, the other. So that I wouldn't have to make every mistake possible and have to figure it out by running my face into a wall. That would be nice. And you know, if my dad was here, then, gosh, that's a tough question to even think about, honestly. What would I do if my dad was here? Or what would I tell him? I don't know. That might just be another one for a different day. Being a dad's really cool though. You know, it's one of the hardest things I've ever done, but it's really cool because my son, he's a year and a few months right now. And, you know, it's really rewarding watching him like level up and unlock new abilities. Like, he's starting to walk now, and so seeing him take 5 steps and then like falling down, but it's like, it's cool. Like, it's just, that's rewarding because you remember when he couldn't do anything. He couldn't like roll over. He couldn't hold a bottle. He couldn't do anything, and now he's like running around and crawling around. And we were even playing hockey, like mini sticks yesterday. Like, you know, that's just special because it's just like, wow, like, he's literally got a hockey stick, and his thing is like, he'll just like use one hand and like whack the ball. And so like, I'm using both hands and I'm dangling, but he's playing defense pretty much and just wagging the ball. But it's just like, that's so rewarding, and understanding that it's gonna get more and more rewarding as time goes on, as I'm able to take him to Little League Baseball, play catch, throw pitches to him, like go play basketball and show him how to air ball, like skates, going out skating and playing ice hockey, like golfing, like, dude, it's just gonna be the best. And like I said, it's been a grind, but like, just, I feel like more and more as time goes on, it just gets more and more rewarding. And You know, it does break my heart that he doesn't have his grandpa that really, I can't say enough, just one of a kind man. And it just makes it so much harder than if he was just an ordinary guy. I'm not gonna lie. And I'll end it with this. What would uh, if my dad was here, what would I want him to know? First of all, I already told him, so I know he knows, but I'll tell him that I love him, that I miss him, and that I appreciate his grind and what he has done through work and through his passion, just how special that is. Amazing what he built and what he worked for. And so I think I would show more appreciation for what he did, what he accomplished, and I just gas him up a little bit and just let him know how impressive it is. And yeah, for sure. So I think I'm gonna end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed my air balls and a little bit of me talking. If you did, drop a like, drop a heart down in the comments. And again, let me know what your favorite memory of my dad was. Appreciate it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.